What's going on YouTube? My name is Dom, and today I've got some pretty crazy shit. Well, at least I think so. Really quick, before I hop into this, I gotta take like a minute and a half to get some things out of the way. So first, last night I'm super happy about this. This was the first time I've got accused of being a hacker on Ghost War, and I'm so fucking happy. I wear it as a badge of honor, and I'm actually gonna show the kills that made these guys that I was playing against think that I was a hacker. Oh god. And, you know, once more, thank you guys. I'm blurred out their names and whatnot because they did end up apologizing. I asked them to check out my channel and whatnot, so it's all good. But thank you guys. I just wanted to point that out. Show you those clips. I promised I would. And then really quick, Far Cry 5. If you guys have Far Cry 5, it's fucking awesome. I love it. And the map editor in it is absolutely insane. I fucking think it. I think it's amazing. So what I'm planning on doing is putting Ghost Recon maps into Far Cry, and I want you guys to let me know if you would be interested in playing those. I'm going to have a Ghost Recon type of game mode, and if you guys would like to play them, we can make modifications like grapples, vehicles, all that good shit. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and if you would like to get into private matches with me so we could test out those maps and whatnot. And then also, I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. I normally do them. Then I'm not doing it because it's my wife's birthday, but I am doing a live stream tonight that's going to be phase 2 of the recruitment. So anyway, check that out. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's hop into the topic of the day. Drone pilot is a broken piece of shit. So I went into this video and I wanted to test out, you know, the cooldown times for drones versus, you know, drones regular versus drones with drone pilot, and I wanted to test out abilities and whatnot. I didn't get to the abilities quite yet. That's going to be a separate video because I was hung up on this one thing. I did a lot of math, you know, I made a lot of calculations, and I was, you know, I'm pretty good at math, so I don't think I fucked up, but, well, I couldn't have. It's very simple. It's like fucking 4th grade math. So anyway, I went into a custom match and I tested the times that the drone, the cooldown time for like a scout, you know, scout drone versus artillery versus medic and all that good shit, right? Regular artillery, you know, has a cooldown time of 70 seconds. And that's the same for artillery and medic. And then diversionist, guerrilla, and scout all have the same regular cooldown time of 50 seconds. Now, here's where shit gets a little weird. When you put on drone pilot, artillery's goes down to 60 seconds, so it goes down 10 seconds. And, you know, all the other, you know, so the artillery and medic go down 10 seconds. Diversionist, guerrilla, scout go down 8 seconds to 42 seconds as an overall cooldown time. Now, if you guys are at all decent at math or whatnot, you probably do that really quick in your head, and you could say, that is not 30%. That is not a 30% cooldown reduction like the fucking perk says. That's what it says. It says 30% fucking cooldown reduction. That's not 30%. I did the calculations, and for, you know, the diversionist, guerrilla, scout, it reduces it by about 16%, and for the artillery, medic, and guerrilla, it reduces it about 14.2%. What kind of bullshit is that? It says 30 fucking percent in there. But then anyway, so that point aside, I was thinking, you know, maybe with battery life, because it extends battery life, right? 25%. So maybe once I do some calculations there, figure out how much overall drone time you have, maybe it's going to even out so that 30% shows up somewhere. But it doesn't. So I tested out the battery life. The battery life does go up exactly as they say, 20 seconds. It goes from 30 to 40 seconds in the air. So it does go up 25%. Now what this leads to is, you know, I didn't really do artillery or medic I didn't test them for drone life because you're not going to be staying up in the air the whole time with those. They're not marking ones. You're using those mainly for the ability. So I didn't test those here. Now with scout, guerrilla, diversionist, you can stay in the air for 30 seconds, regular 40 seconds with drone pilot. Now this leads to, and also including the cooldown times here, in a regular 8-minute match, yeah, you will be able to stay overall during the course of an 8-minute match, which is 480 seconds. You'll be able to stay in the air for a total of 180 seconds without drone pilot and 240 seconds with drone pilot. And that's taking into account the cooldown reduction, the extra battery life, and all that shit. But very clearly 30% does not show up anywhere here except for in the description of the drone pilot perk. That's the only place that 30% even makes a fucking appearance. So I'm a little frustrated because that's bullshit. That's lying, right? Well, I'm wondering if I did my math wrong. I don't think I did my math wrong. It's pretty simple, right? It's pretty simple calculations. Please let me know if I did. So I tried to take into consideration battery life and all that stuff, but 30% just doesn't show up, which I'm really weirded out about. In actuality, it's about a 15% cooldown reduction, which makes a little bit of a difference. If you put 15% cooldown reduction on here versus 30%, whatever, fine. You know, what I'm thinking is they want it to be so that you can use your drone for a total during a whole match, and this is if you pop it up, and leave it up in the air the whole time. It doesn't get shot down, no text or anything like that, and you just pop it up as soon as you get it, that you can have your drone for, you know, 25% extra. Like, that's all they're doing right there, and you can get it a little bit more frequently. It has no effect on your ability. So it doesn't help out there, but so you can throw it up in the air more often. You can be in the air for 25% amount of time. But let's be honest, you know, how many fucking times is a drone up in the air for 30 seconds? Not very often. Most, you know, when you play against solid teams, they're either going to shoot that fucker down or they're going to have a tech. Or the other team is just going to scout, get what they need, and then they're going to go down after about 10, 15 seconds. You're not going to leave it up there for 30. You know, the only thing is you'll get it more frequently. Is that frequency even worth it? If you're running Scout, Guerrilla, or Diversionist, you're going to get it about 8 seconds sooner than you normally would. And if you're running Medic or Artillery, you're going to get it about 10 seconds before you normally would. You know, this game is pretty slow and methodical. It does have its fast-paced moments, but, you know, I never find myself thinking, you know what? If I had my drone about 8 seconds sooner than I did, I would have won that battle. But I've never thought that before in my fucking life. And then I also did the math to tell you guys exactly what it should be. What should these numbers be according to 30%? So let's say we kept the regular cooldown time at 70 seconds for Artillery and Medic and 50 seconds for Diversionist, Guerrilla, Scout. Then the cooldown time with Drone Pilot would be reduced to 35 seconds. You would get it after 35 seconds. From 50 regular. What I don't like about this, and it's not like it even makes that big of a deal, although it probably does psychologically. You see 30% cooldown reduction, that means, you know, you automatically think I'm gonna get this fucker, you know, in 2/3 of the times I normally would. That's not the case. It's not the case at all. You're getting it in about 1/6 less time, which doesn't make much of a difference. Let me know what you guys think about that. And I just don't like the dishonesty here, because it says 30%. And please tell me if I'm doing my math wrong or something, but 30% doesn't show up anywhere in these calculations. I'm confused. And you know what I love about this too is it is independently verifiable. You guys can go into a custom match and you can verify this for yourself. I'm gonna tweet something at Ghost Recon or something, and I'm gonna ask them why this is. Why does it say 30%? I want to know where they get that from. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Please let me know what you think about Far Cry and all those other things I said. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the live stream tonight.